getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey.
The best way I can, which will probably make him wish that he never met me in his life.
It seems like Kevin Hunter, better known as Wendy Williams' ex-husband, is in for a rude awakening as a judge recently denied his request to resume alimony payments.
Wendy Williams' ex-husband is going to have to find a job because the judge just denied his request to resume alimony payments.
Despite his attempts to get money from any possible source, including Wendy herself, the judge has shut him down. But fear not, as Wendy Williams continues to rise higher and higher, having just won one of the toughest battles of her life. Her strategic and courageous response to her ex-husband's infidelity and legal tricks has won over millions of hearts. She has finally broken free from the spell of Kevin Hunter and his mistress, leaving them in the dust. It's no secret that Wendy Williams has been fighting tooth and nail to protect her hard-earned cash from the likes of her ex-husband and his mistress.
Individual. I will plot on you. That's right. And that's why I'm going into season 11. And he's changing Pampers.
But now the tides have turned and the tables have been flipped. It seems that the soulmates are now struggling to make ends meet and may even lose their home. Fate and karma appear to be catching up with them.
So it looks like Kevin Hunter, aka Kelvin Hunter, his karma has finally come because his payments, his alimony checks, have run dry.
After Wendy stopped sending alimony checks to Kevin and his mistress, they decided to take her to court, playing the victim card and claiming that their lives had been greatly affected since the payments stopped. But it seems like their ploy has backfired, and they're now the ones scraping for every penny they can get their hands on. The universe works in mysterious ways, and it seems like justice is finally being served. Kevin's selfishness has reached new heights as he laments about his inability to pay bills and sustain his own life, seemingly blind to Wendy's struggles. Despite Kevin's plea for alimony payments, the court has ruled against him, with the judge ordering that Wendy's financial guardian won't be required to resume writing him checks. Court documents reveal that the judge found Kevin's claims to not be emergent, resulting in the dismissal of his motion without prejudice. It's clear that things aren't looking good for the so-called soulmate couple. Kevin had been enjoying a cushy lifestyle thanks to Wendy's financial supports, but those days are over. It's time for Wendy's ex-husband to start taking responsibility for his own life because Wendy is no longer going to be spoon-feeding him. And just when we thought this fiasco was coming to a close, something else pops up. The latest twist in the saga is that the judiciary has announced that the divorcing couple will have to participate in binding arbitration. Although this seems like a step towards closure, Kevin's fight for Wendy's money is not completely over. The judge has ordered that the parties participate in binding arbitration to settle the ongoing disputes surrounding severance payments and the Qualified Domestic Relations Order, QDRO. It seems like there's still a long way to go before this drama reaches its conclusion. The court is giving Kevin a bit of wiggle room, allowing him to take the case to mediation, which means that it's essentially closed in this particular court. You may remember the clever clause that Wendy added to the divorce settlement, which stated that if Wendy's contract with Talk WW wasn't renewed, suspended, canceled, or terminated, and she didn't have any other TV show paying her an equivalent salary, then Kevin agreed that all severance payments would be subject to modification or termination. Unfortunately for Kevin, his lawyers missed this sneaky clause, and Wendy was able to cut him loose without much trouble. Despite Kevin's grandiose claims that he was the reason for the Wendy Williams show's success, the show has continued on without him. Kevin's attempts to sue the production company for wrongful termination have fallen flat, with his lawyers citing discriminatory reasons for his firing. But if Kevin truly has the skills he boasts of, why doesn't he go find another job in the industry? It seems like the reality has finally set in for Kevin as he took to Instagram to share a realization about his past behavior and the consequences that came with it. In his post, he acknowledged that ungratefulness is a disease and that only God can provide healing. It looks like Kevin is starting to understand the gravity of his actions and the impact they may have had on his life. To make matters worse, it seems like trouble is brewing in his relationship with his mistress, Sharina. After all the drama and betrayal, it's hard to imagine things being rosy between them. In contrast, Wendy has a bright future ahead of her, with many plans in the works. The queen of daytime talk may be taking a break from TV, but she's got a new project in the works that's sure to keep you entertained. It's been rumored that Wendy will be starting her own podcast, and fans couldn't be more excited. In an interview with WBLS radio host Just Nick, Wendy revealed that while she loved doing her show, it was time for something new. After 14 years, it had become a bit of a burden. Plus, she's dealing with some health issues, including swelling in her feet, so she's looking forward to taking some time to relax and see new things. As for Kevin, well, he's still dealing with the fallout of his divorce from Wendy. It's been a tough road for him, and he's yet to take action on his utter defeat in the case. Meanwhile, Wendy's future is looking brighter than ever. We can't wait to see what she has in store for us next.